So it's Sporting against Arsenal this week. We will be facing our former player Hector Bellerin. It's going to be interesting. Let's see who's going to be up against him on that wing. So let's start with the goalkeeper. Who would you start as your goalkeeper in this one? Matt Turner or Ramsdale? Ramsdale's been very, very good. The saves he made in the last game, the save he made against Bailey when he played against Aston Villa, basically saved us points. But would you start him in this one, or would you give Turner a chance?
It's definitely Matt Turner. It's definitely Matt Turner. I think Matt Turner has done nothing wrong. Actually, I think ever since we do have that stigma of Alexander Runarsson, right? But he's not put a foot wrong as a player. He's done it the way I expected a backup goalkeeper to be. Like, not very class. I don't expect him to be the levels of Aaron Ramsdale. But then he's that kind of guy. He's all right. And I think this is the kind of game. This is the kind of fixture for him. I'll maybe bring Aaron Ramsdale in the quarterfinals. Maybe. Quarterfinals, because that's now serious. And the semifinals. But in this game, even both legs, actually, I'll play Matt Turner. He's, by the way, he's a good goalkeeper, isn't he? I mean, he's proved to many Arsenal fans that he can be in that goal. And, he's not the source of our problems, actually.
Yeah, at the World Cup, he was great. And I think in terms of shot stopping, he's good. Maybe the only thing that is around his way better is the kicking. But hopefully he doesn't have to do too much of that tomorrow. So let's start the centre back. You'd keep the formation the same, right? 4-3-3?
Absolutely.
Okay, so centre back. So would you go to centre back? We have Gabriel Saliba. I think they've played every single game. Would you bring Ben White at centre back? Would you play Kiro? We finally see him after the under-21s game. Would you start Rob Holding as the captain? What did you do at centre back?
Let me give you this take. Everyone who's watching this video, I think he would play Rob Holding, and he might actually make the captain. But I look at the quality of Sporting CP, especially this season. I watched them and gave them a closer look in the UEFA Champions League. I think that the last round they beat, was it Midtjylland 4-0?
Away from home.
Exactly, away from home. They've got the quality. So I'll play William Saliba and Jakub Kiwior at centre back, because Gabriel Magalhaes has played almost every single game, so I would rotate him. That is really, really understandable for anyone who says rotate him. William Saliba is just coming back to form. I hope people are realizing he's just coming back to that level that we are used to, right? So I'll keep the consistency for William Saliba. I'll just let him continue playing more, playing more games, so that by the time we go into Liverpool, Man City, he's used to playing at that high level again. Jakub Kiwior is that kind of guy that we are all excited to see. So I'm going to let my emotions take the better of me here and say Jakub Kiwior and William Saliba at centre back.
That's interesting. That's interesting that Kosi has gone for the exact thing that I had written down. I'd gone for Saliba and Kiwior, because I was thinking Gabriel and Kiwior, no, they're both left-footed. We don't really see that. So let's go for Saliba and rest Gabriel out for this one. I was thinking the same thing for Holding as well. Yes, he can come on, and if we can get a very good victory, we can start him in the second leg. So let's see how that one goes. But I do have a feeling as well he could start Holding, just as you say. But we've both gone for Kiwior and Saliba. Right back and left back. Now that you're missing Tierney at the left side, Tomiyasu could end up playing there. So we have three fullbacks to choose from: Ben White, Tomiyasu, and Zinchenko. Who would you start at fullback, both sides, left and right?
I think Ben has been all right ever since the Aston Villa game. He's been much better. And it's one of those players that we talked about in the summer. Was it the summer before this one? That he gives you that bit of durability and longevity. Yeah, he can play every single game, and this is when we need him, right? So Ben at right back, and then of course that starting 11 experience, right? I think he would be the more experienced guy in the team when you play Saliba, Kiwior, and Turner. So play Ben White at right back, and then left back Tomiyasu. I don't know how he does it, but I've not seen so many players that versatile and that good across the pitch. This guy is like a cheat code, right? He plays every single position you put him. We've not even seen him enough at centre back. But the times we've seen him, he's been outstanding, absolutely outstanding. So Tomiyasu at left back, Ben White at right back, just to I think Ben would be the guy bringing in that kind of organization. And then Tomiyasu is also a young head on older shoulders, so I would definitely play him in that position as well.
I agree. I mean, it's so good to have two fullbacks who can play anywhere, Ben White and Tomiyasu. So remember, you could not do that with Clichy. You could not play Clichy at right back. That was not possible. You could never play Bellerin at centre back. That would be suicide. Never. Absolutely never. So I'd go for the same. I don't want Zinchenko in this game because he's been injured like twice this season. So I dressed him for this, and he's very important in our team. So Ben White as well, he didn't start the last game. So he only played for like 45 minutes. Tomiyasu went off. So I would play Ben White at right back and Tomiyasu at left back. So let us know if you agree with that lineup.
Actually, I'm asking if Mikel has not talked about it, but when Tomiyasu was trying to cross the ball, you remember that I think that through ball that Saka played to him, and he failed to deliver.
Yeah, he crossed it out the pitch.
Yeah, exactly. It felt like he pulled something, but maybe he's all right. Maybe he's okay.
Hopefully he's okay. So let us know if you agree with that defensive lineup, or would you start the Gabriel or Zinchenko? Let us know. Midfield. Partey started the other day. Jorginho didn't start the previous game. Partey came on for Jorginho. Xhaka didn't start the last game. Vieira did. We have Odegaard as an option as well. But let's start with the holding midfield. How would you go for Jorginho or Partey?
This is tactically wrong, but for issues of squad depth and rotating the team, just to make sure that we don't have problems against Fulham, Jorginho plays. But the best thing you can do for your team when you're going away to Portugal against a club like Benfica, Porto, and Sporting CP is play a player like Thomas Partey. Like Portuguese teams they don't play the bus. They don't park the bus. If anyone thinks that we're bigger than Sporting and they're going to sit back and play the bus, that is not who they are. They literally don't do that. They're dominating games. They're averaging 500 touches per 90 in the Portuguese Premier Liga. They are averaging around 56-57% ball possession. That is who they are, right? They're playing flying wing backs. They're playing two attacking midfielders in there. So I would want Partey. Like, I would really, really want Partey. And that's why I wanted a player who's very, like I said, very similar to Partey to back him up. But I'll go with Jorginho because you can't risk Partey. Like, every single day that he plays and he doesn't pick up an injury, that is a day gone. That's a day recorded. We wait for the next one. I can't risk Partey. Not at all. So Jorginho plays in this one. I think he's a good guy with interceptions, but we will need that kind of physicality. Those boys of Sporting CP run a lot, right? They run right in the midfield. They really, really do. But Jorginho, for me, Jorginho in holding midfield. If Mikel Arteta then sees in the second half that the midfield is not working out, then we bring on Partey.
I agree with that as well. Jorginho starts. He's good at the passing as well, but I'm also a bit worried about the Sporting counter-attacking with pace and everything. So they are a Champions League team at the end of the day. And then in front of them, do you start with Xhaka? You rested the other game?
No, Xhaka plays in this one. We can't afford almost an 11 out of 11 rotation. Xhaka is one player that Mikel has trusted in every single competition, and he has never disappointed. He is one guy. I think he's Jadon Henderson. Like, Klopp loves Henderson. It's the way Xhaka is loved by Mikel Arteta. And like the fans, especially me, have started picking up that love as well. So Xhaka plays in this game, and it's gonna be very, very crucial. The leadership, because you might have Jorginho in there. And then you might have Fabio Vieira in there, right? So the leadership, and Xhaka is one of the longest serving players for Arsenal. He's played at this stage almost for the last 6-7 years for Arsenal. Yeah. So he's played in the Europa League at this stage for Arsenal. He knows what it is like. He knows the requirements and the qualities that we will need to do and what we'll need to do. So Xhaka alongside Jorginho. In that double pivot, or in the second number 8 role.
I agree with you as well. So the last midfield position: Odegaard, Fabio Vieira, or Smith Rowe in midfield. What did you do with that one?
That one is a difficult one because Martin Odegaard has been really, really, really good for me. I enjoy watching him. Fabio Vieira seems better playing on the left-hand side with Martinelli and Trossard. He's looked a little bit better playing on the left than playing in that Odegaard replacement role. I hope people. I don't know if I'm right about that, or I share this opinion with a couple of people. But I think this is a game where you rotate Odegaard. This is a game where you give him a break. All right. So I play Fabio Vieira until the 70th minute, right? If he has done well in that role, because we know he's versatile, he's got the talent of Bernardo Silva and all that. So if he's done well, I'll play him in the 90 minutes. But I wouldn't really blame him if he doesn't do well in that role. But just for, again, rotate Odegaard with Vieira. And actually, one of the things I would do if I were Mikel is I'll take off Xhaka in the 70th minute and then introduce Martin Odegaard. Odegaard plays on the right-hand side where he's very comfortable, and then Vieira shifts to the left. But for now, definitely Vieira.
He used to play in that league, by the way, for FC Porto, so he's going to be really turned up on that game. But I would not start him in this one. I would go for Odegaard. I'd actually stick with Odegaard as the captain. I think there's a game. He was supposed to rest for me against Bournemouth, but he started. So Xhaka was rested, but I would start him for this one because, as you say, they don't want to rotate every single one of the players, and also missing the fluidity of Trossard and Nketiah up front. I want us to create as many chances as we can from midfield. So I mean, Fabio Vieira can do that, but I prefer Odegaard because we trust him more as well with the leadership too. So Odegaard starts as well for me. So let us know, do you start Fabio Vieira or Odegaard? Up front, we are missing players, so just give me your front three. You actually said it already. You'd start Saka. I didn't want Saka to start in this game, but it looks like we have to. Is there any way you might have Saka on the bench? Do you think that could happen, or do you think he has to start?
No, it's very possible. I think, was it against Nottingham Forest when he picked up an injury at half time before
Nelson came on?
And then Nelson came on and did very, very well as well. So there is a way, but I can't risk it. Like, I really can't. I think Saka will play every single season from now on to the end of the season. Martinelli as well. And a few rotations between Xhaka, Smith Rowe, Vieira, Jesus, Trossard. Okay. So I'll definitely Martinelli as our 9. Saka on the right. Just play him in every single game because he's one player that just makes things happen. On the left-hand side, I was really impressed with Smith Rowe coming back from a long-term injury and playing like that. I don't think he was playing at the levels we are used to, but I kind of felt like, he was trying. He really tried. And if you want to get him back, this is the game. Again, I'll drop Reece Nelson. And I know many people will feel like, this is really unfair. But Smith Rowe is the second in command after Martinelli. And let's not forget, Martinelli getting all this game time and everything is because Smith Rowe picked up an injury. That guy is a double-figure boy last campaign in terms of scoring goals for Arsenal in the Premier League, okay? He's a good substitute as well. Nelson is a good substitute as well. So I would start Emile Smith Rowe just to get him on a string of games. Play him in this one. Play him like 20 minutes in the Fulham game. Play him in the 20 minute in 24. Actually, start him at the Emirates against CP like that until he gets back to the levels that we know he can. Because to put on that shirt number 10 and put in a season like that last campaign, he deserves to play in almost every single fixture. So I'll play him.
So you'd go for Saka on the right, Martinelli up front, Nelson on the left.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I'd do as well. So the only place we disagree is Fabio Vieira and Odegaard. We've agreed on everything else pretty much. So let us know if you agree with that. Personally, I'd bring Smith Rowe, just as he said, for 20 minutes to 25 minutes. Maybe in the second half, we could see Zinchenko for a few minutes as well. Then I would bring Fabio Vieira too. We are lacking numbers a bit. Hopefully, the likes of Nketiah and Trossard could come back as well. We might see Jesus. Do you think he will play him? We wouldn't play him, but do you think Atta would give him a few minutes?
Not a chance. He won't play. It's one of those managers that you easily can predict what he's gonna do, right? Yeah. You can know when he loves a player, he loves him so much. I think he loves Gabriel Jesus so much, and he knows the importance of his presence at Anfield, at the Etihad, at the St. James Park in April, he won't play him. Not a chance.
Interesting. So last thing is the prediction for the game. I agree with you. Sporting is not an easy team. I'd actually be very happy if I can get the way there with a draw. But I think we are on such good form right now. Everyone believes in themselves. Nelson can turn up again. Saka if he starts as well. Odegaard if he starts. So I'm going to go for Sporting to definitely score. I'm going to go for Sporting 1, Arsenal 2. But I wouldn't be surprised if it is a draw. But 2-1 to us. So what about you?
Away from home, actually, we are a team that really does very, very well away from home.
True.
We've not considered a goal against Sporting, by the way, in 4 games.
Yeah.
So I'm going to back Sporting in this game. I've already said it in my initial prediction.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I've looked at them. I've looked at how they play, and I'm really, really impressed with them. I think they cannot come at the Emirates and do us dirty, but I'll back them at home. I'll back them at their own ground. I'll go with a 2-1. 2-1 Sporting.
Well, you never hear such predictions all the time, so it shows we do respect Sporting. We do believe in our team. Hopefully, we do win. They always say Arsenal fans are deluded. Doesn't really look so. We don't expect to have easy games away at Sporting and stuff, but I'm still confident you can win the game. I'm still confident that we can beat every single team. So let us know your prediction in your starting lineup. Make sure to follow Kazi. The link is in the description and in the title as well. Thank you for watching. We'll catch up with you on the next one.